Back-to-back 50-point games for Bernard King.
Jordan trying to shake off Starks. Oh, what a move by Jordan!
Here's Michael at the foul line. A shot on Elo.
I don't mind taking 15, 20, 30, 20, and I know the math. You make 5 threes. If you take 20 of them, that obviously is equivalent 15 to making 8 twos. So I understand the math, but I want the balance. And I think the NBA has gotten way past the balance and watching guys give up dunks to shoot threes on fast breaks, that kind of thing. I think that has hurt the game a lot. Now, that's me. I am old school, as we all know. JJ, perfect. But, Bird shot plenty of threes. And they had Parrish and McHale. Bird shot plenty of threes. The best. And Bird is one of the great shooters in the history of the sport. Not even close.
Bird shot threes. He never was a volume shooter from three.
No, I know that. But he was a great three-point shooter. He was not good. He was great. He's one of the top 5 three-point shooters of all time. That's how good Bird is. Oh, yes.
We're not
three-point shooting contests. He was phenomenal. Bird's a great shooter.
Wait a minute, Doggy.
And Bird didn't shoot.
Bird is absolutely one of the greatest shooters ever, but he's not one of the top 5 3-point, top 3, whatever you just said.
Did you see the three-point shooting that he put on, those clinics that he put on at the All-Star game?
Again,
did you watch?
Doggy, it's just math. It's attempts, it's makes, and it's percentage. And there's no way you could ever argue Larry Bird is a top 3 3-point shooter of all time. You can't make that argument.
You're basing it on math. You're basing it on math and a time of when he played. I'm basing it on just shooting. Bird is an unbelievable.
Again, we had this discussion the other day. About James Naismith. James Naismith invented the game. You were rewarded for putting the ball in the basket. There's plenty of people that have shot more, made more, and guess what? Made more at a higher percentage than Larry Bird from 3. I'm not saying Larry Bird is not one of the greatest shooters ever. He's not one of the greatest 3-point shooters ever.
Yes,
you cannot make that argument.
Yes,
I'm sorry.
Are you kidding?
You're out of your friggin' minds.
Yeah.
Now let me get on you for that ridiculous take that you just spewed to the American public, okay? How dare you show up on national TV and spew the nonsense that you just spewed? I will remind everybody, we are talking to a guy by the name of J.J. Redick. We just listened to one of the most ridiculous takes he will ever give on national television. How dare you?
Here's the difference.
I'm going to show you what physical basketball is versus physical fouling.
You're watching them on YouTube. I saw the games. I watched the games at the time. I watched all these games. You didn't watch. You weren't alive when these games were being played. Did you see Bird play against the Lakers in '84? Did you see Bird against the Rockets in '86? Were you at courtside watching these games? No. You got to watch the games at the time. Okay. Watching them on YouTube 40 years later is not the same at the moment.
So
watching
let me ask you a question then. When I watch, let's say Steph Curry, for example.
Right.
When I watch Steph Curry off the ball in a playoff game,
he's great.
Getting grabbed and held by Marcus Smart, they're attached to him at all times.
Right.
Then when I watch Larry Bird come off a pin down and no one's within 5 feet of him and they're shooting the gap. You're telling me one is more physical than the other? You're telling me that's more physical than Steph Curry being grabbed and held for 48 minutes?
He doesn't. They don't call those fouls on Marcus Smart when he holds them and he holds them on those pick and roll. Of course they call the fouls. They protect Curry all the time. Oh, God. He's at the free throw line. He lives at the free throw line. Okay. Everybody wants to be Curry, and that style of play only really is so good with him.
Niggas go on TV and literally just lie. Niggas go on TV.
Oh, yeah, that's obvious.
They don't believe, which I genuinely hate for a nigga like JJ Redick when you have a platform. Like, niggas just say shit on TV.
I just got a bone to pick with JJ. He says something. I think historically, he's been taking shots historically. And so it's like.
JJ Redick, this kid here who's a journeyman, played for 6 different teams. All his accolades came in college, played 15 years in the NBA, was being shifted around from team to team because all he could do was shoot. And he wasn't that great of a shooter. He was a poor man, Danny Ainge.
J.J. Redick made some comments also about Bird. He said he isn't a top 5 shooter, and he also didn't have the physicality that you have today, and you responded to that.
He's stupid. Redick don't know what the hell he's talking about. I'm going to say it, right?
I agree.
He don't know what the hell he's talking about. I'm like, what basketball was you watching to say something as idiotic as that is ridiculous.
How could you ignore the error and responsibility in the same question? It's not diametrically opposed. The point that I'm trying to make is the error was so tough. That in and of itself harbored a strong level of responsibility.
And for J.J. Redick, who've played this game, I'm very disappointed.
For him to be saying things like that is just, you're supposed to be a lover of this game or a student of the game. How can you say that about one of the greatest players to ever play this game and not have played against Larry Bird?
This is one of the most skilled players to ever play the game.
I've heard a couple players, like J.J. Redick say something stupid, talking about Bird. Bird would mop him up.
I believe that the 80s and 90s basketball was harder than the one now.
I mean, it's a stupid comment because Larry Bird played in the most physical era ever.
Why don't you highlight and crystallize the difference between this game, the way the game is played in this day and age, and the way y'all had to play back in the day?
The game changed in the 80s because it was so physical.
The physicality that was a part of the league. Hey, look, when you can put your hand on a guy's hip and make him go a certain way, if you can put that elbow in his chest to slow him up, which we call slowing a guy up when you coming down the lane, so how many guys can deal with that type of pressure?
I don't care how good they is right now. It's a whole different ball game, bro. With somebody holding on your shorts the whole way to the basket.
Legal. And it's
Come
legal.
on, man.
David Stern did a great job of taking all of the physicality out of the game. You understand? Freedom of movement means freedom of movement. Man, back in the day when you had to get by Paul, because Paul was squared up with you and ready to slide, and then he could body you, he could poke, he could use his hands. Man, bro, it's just different. It was very different back then, bro.
Physicality is gone.
Night and day.
So, that guy, man, it's sad because you have to have respect from where this game comes from.
Like, are you kidding me? Larry Bird in this era? Are you kidding me?
These guys really, really get on my nerves. And I'm going to tell you why.
Larry Bird couldn't play in today's era.
He been more rough, though. For who?
For Larry.
How?
And it starts.
What you mean? How?
Just the physical capability.
He's 6'10", dude.
That's a lot of 6'10".
Okay.
That's a lot of that. That's all I'm saying. He birthed that.
You better watch your mouth. Both of y'all right now.
Like you guys speak your opinion, I'm going to speak my opinion. And I think it's very stupid and selfish of you to even make a comment like that. He's 6'10", almost 6'11", and he was physical himself. To say that he wouldn't be able to play in this league because this league too physical, like what league you watching?
Because that you said don't make no sense.
Bird, who's a big guy, who got bumped all the time, we played around the basket more than guards played around the basket. So I don't understand the logic of him saying that. Larry Bird could play in any era and do the same thing he did in our era. It couldn't handle him. Today's players could not handle him. Period.
Come on, man.
People really don't give Larry Bird his.
No, people do. He doesn't.
Don't get me wrong, he birthed it. I'm just saying.
We
hadn't seen it
Who's
then.
going to be matched up against Larry Bird? Karl Anthony Towns.
That's a nightmare, man.
For Karl Anthony Towns. Because that dude can play basketball. Really play basketball.
No, 100%.
Really play basketball.
100%.
Hey, bro, really play basketball.
That's not what the question was.
Really play basketball, and he mean, and he like.
Oh, he talking wild. Too.
And he mean, and he.
But I'm saying, what is he gonna do? But what is he gonna do with KD?
Yeah, KD is
what is he gonna
What
do?
is KD gonna do with Bird? Bird is unguardable.
I was just about to ask that.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
No, yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
I think I want to see.
Bro,
what
you don't want to see that.
I don't think I would.
Fuck out of here. Larry Bird was the truth, man.
Larry Bird
was the truth, man.
Larry Bird would be better in today's NBA, in my opinion, because you're able to shoot the three. He would be shooting 8 to 10 threes per game.
Larry Joe Bird
could score and would score a lot of points because there's not a lot of people who can put the ball in the basket at that frequency. Period.
He made every mid-ranger in the world, and he was a 90% free throw shooter.
Bird had that killer instinct that you just don't see in sports all the time.
Killer instinct, man.
The ultimate killer and assassin.
If the three-point shot was what it is today, back in the 80s, Bird would have scored 50 a game.
Period.
Larry Bird wasn't just a good shooter, he was a great shooter.
He was.
He was a dead-eye, deadly shooter.
And Larry Bird was one of the greatest three-point shooters that's ever played this game. Fuck percentages. It ain't about that. It's about hitting big shots.
And for J.J. Redick to say stuff like this, the most idiotic thing I've ever heard. If you throw enough crap on the wall, a lot of it gonna stick.
I was very upset with your Larry Bird take. In fact, I did an hour of radio right after that where I asked our listeners a question. A shot for your life, Redick or Bird, who you choosing? So, JJ, I will ask you that same question, okay? You have a shot. Your life depends on it, and there's only two people that can shoot that shot for you. Yourself or Larry Bird? Who you choosing? Huh? But
I'm talking about two different things, and I get drawn into it. I'm always taking myself. I'm not putting my life in someone else's hands. I'm always going to shoot that shot.
You're dead.
Oh, yeah. See, this is what Stugan says every time. He's like, and J.J. Redick, if you choose J.J. Redick, you're dead. This does not assume that both you and Larry will make the shot. It's that he will make it and you will miss it.
Shot for your life, though. I mean, JJ, you're a great shooter. I'm choosing Larry.
Okay. I have no problem with that.
Okay.
Redick says he's better than Bird.
Watch your mouth, man.
How dare you?
The people that are hating on Larry Bird are simply haters. Fans of basketball, especially blacks included, they know the deal. 3-point sniper, basketball IQ off the charts, 3 championships, several MVPs, Hall of Fame, Olympic medalists. Stop it. On their posters on their wall were like, Magic Johnson, Michael Jordan, a picture of Jesus, and then Larry Bird. Black people talked about Larry Bird. He goes, when you're in black people's homes, you're the real deal. Larry was the real fucking deal.
Why do you think people hate on Larry Bird?
He's white.
I mean, do you think it's the white boy thing? You think that just him being white, he doesn't get the respect?
I don't care what color he is. He can be blue. That's a bad man, period.
Larry plays good for a black guy, white guy, a Martian.
Right, no matter
You know
the
what I'm
color.
saying? He backed up whatever he said.
We had our time. It was a great time. It's their time now.
Yes.
But don't crap on us to prove your point.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't make sense and it's not valid. I just don't like to disrespect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to say that about Larry Bird, it was less physical. Is he stupid?
Back MVP.
It's just a stupid comment to make.
There's always one. Hating on him is like hating on Eminem. They're one and the same. Official tissue, man.
The economy was different.
Yeah. Then you go and you say, man, you know how hard it take. I have to do this much work, shoot these many shots.
That's a fact.
Get in the gym, this, da-da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da. And tell him about his routine to be J.J. Redick.
Yes.
That makes sense?
No.
So the way I liken it, if J.J. Redick had to be a plumber, you know what I mean, or had a job, like you got all this free time to not be a plumber, not be a carpenter, and you J.J. Redick. You ain't Jerry West.
Right.
You should have been Jerry West.
And I know JJ just a little bit. He's a very smart kid and everything. Look, tell me what his career looked like. What did he do that determined games? He averaged 12 points a game?
Please. I do want all these old timers and Oakley and everyone else to say their time is the best time and that you're J.J. Redick.
So, and JJ Redick should know that kind of stuff. You know that because you made a living. That's how you got open with Orlando, was guys setting good picks for your ass and you coming off wide open because you damn sure couldn't get open one-on-one and beat anybody. And that was shown when you were with the Clippers. That's why they traded you on to the next team. To say that Steph is getting more contact, man, that guy has no clue of how basketball was played in the 80s. And I guarantee you this, JJ Redick, if you had played in the 80s, this is Michael Cooper talking, I'd have locked your ass up. You wouldn't have got a shot off. You wouldn't have got nothing off. You had spent more time on the bench than on the floor. When I was on the floor, you couldn't have played when I was on the court.
JJ certainly wasn't going to guard the elite players. He was not an elite player. JJ should be very thankful that he's made as much money as he's made. I just think it's very disrespectful myself.
JJ Redick needs to be quiet and stop trying to compare. I think he's gotten out of this what he wants to, is that his name being thrown around and the attention and all that.
Trying to get their likes and and trying to get their social media likes up and all that stuff. That's all it's about. Because if you knew the game from the inside out, and as a player, you would never say nothing stupid as that.
And JJ saying you're playing against plumbers. Like these motherfuckers these was hoopers. The things that they were doing compared to what you're able to do now, what we know what we can recover with. We got ankle braces and you got Nike shoes and you got, different footing. Like niggas was out there balling in them chucks.
Yeah.
All right, ain't no footing out there. You get spraining ankles and niggas didn't even know that it was an ACL tear. They were just out there still hooping, putting the wrap around their knee. Yeah. So we did have advantages, but I think that JJ's just trying to subtly discredit.
People with less talent will always try to make a name for themselves by criticizing other people and hopefully getting some attention and perhaps increasing their credibility.
Period. JJ Redick, who's rumored to be one of the top choices for the Lakers head coach position, and the former Celtics star said about Redick, and I quote, "Yeah, man, you hear JJ on podcasts, they draw up plays. It sounds like he has a great IQ, like he has a voice for coaching. It's like an Instagram model. It look good on there, and then you see it in person, it ain't what you think." You know what I mean? I'm familiar about this type of shit. yo, Pulpit, listen, with this
I never say the full quote. I never say the full quote.
That is a wild.
They call him the truth. You gotta definitely respect
OGs.
And so you can look and appreciate today's players, understand that there's an elevated level of talent because they piggybacked off the talent that preceded them, the pioneers that came before them.
From Magic on to Larry to Mike to Kobe, Shaq, they all helped elevate the game. So I think everybody's done their job.